Hi, this is a 15-minute mindful movement class to help you get into your body and get your day started on the right foot. So we're going to go ahead and start on our hands and knees, and we're going to come into a downward facing dog. So spreading your hands wide, go ahead and lift your hips up. And then having as much bend in your knees as you need. You're going to stretch back through the inner thighs, lengthen through the spine, rooting into your hands. And just taking a couple deep breaths here. And slowly bending your right knee, sending your left heel down, stretching into the back of the left heel, calf, maybe even up into the hamstring and hip. And switching sides, bend your left knee, send the right heel down. And deep breath in, deep breath out. And then again, bend your right knee, send the left heel down. And then we'll bend the left knee, send the right heel down. And then straightening into both legs any amount, lifting through the hips, pressing through the index finger and thumb. Let's take our right leg up towards the ceiling, keep the hips square, and stretching through that right heel. And then as you inhale, shift forward into plank, shoulders over the wrists. And as we exhale, you're going to lift up and back, downward facing dog, keeping the leg lifted. Inhale, shifting forward into plank. You can always lower that left knee down. Exhale, lifting all the way up. Good. Inhale, shifting forward. You can always lower that right foot down as well if that's too much. And exhale, lifting up. Good. Two more. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, lifting up and back. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, lifting up and back. And then bend the knee and open up that right hip. Keep grounded into both hands. Reaching up through that right knee. Maybe do a few ankle circles with that right ankle. And other direction. And then you're going to straighten that right leg out, square off the hips, and we're going to step that right foot all the way through in between the hands. Inhale, rise up, crescent pose. Again, a little bend in that back knee, pull the belly in. And we're going to take our right arm, reach underneath our left for eagle arms. Good. Squeezing those forearms together. You're going to draw your shoulders away from the ears, scissoring the legs. Inhale, lift up through your chest, little back bend. And then exhale, pulling the elbows down towards your navel to round the upper back. Inhale, lifting your elbows, big stretch. Exhale, elbows to belly. One more, inhale, reach up. Exhale, elbows to navel. Inhale, circle the arms out and up, stretch tall. Bend your elbows, exhale, feel your chest lift. Pulling the belly in, tilt your elbow tips forward as you pull your hands back. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, hands come down, step your right foot back to meet your left, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. Float your left leg up towards the ceiling, inhale. And then shifting forward. Good. Shifting your chest forward, shoulders over your wrists. Lifting up. Good. Maybe you lower that knee down, inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, lifting back up. Maybe both feet come down as you shift forward into plank. Inhale. Exhale, lifting up. Good. Inhale, shifting forward, packing your shoulders. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, lifting forward. Last one. Exhale all the way up and then bend the knee, open the hip. Good. Pressing evenly into both hands. A few circles with that left ankle. Think about lifting your right hip up away from your right hand. Other direction with your ankle. And straighten the left leg out, square off your hips. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Inhale, rise up, crescent pose. And then we're going to take our left arm underneath our right for eagle arms. Inhale, lift the chest, pull the belly in. Exhale, elbows to navel. Good. Inhale, lifting back up, stretching through that thoracic spine. Exhale, just threading through. Inhale, lifting back up. Exhale, elbows to navel. And then inhale, circle the arms out and up, stretch tall. Bending your elbows, exhale, think elbow tips forward, hands back, heart up. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands come down, step back, downward facing dog. And then we'll take our feet wide to the edges of your mat. Inhale, shift forward into plank. Tap your left shoulder with your right hand and set it down. Right shoulder with your left hand, set it down. 5 each. You can always lower onto your knees here. If that's too much for your belly, you can always just hold in your plank. Good. 1 more each. Good. Bring your feet back to hips distance. Lift your right leg up and then your left. Just a baby lift. Think about moving from the hip. Good. Navel up, strong thighs. 2 more each. Good. And last one. Nice. Feet go back to wide. Lift your hips up and back for a wide downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Walk your hands back to meet your feet and just take a forward fold. And a deep breath in. Full breath out. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Good. And you're going to bend your knees deeply. Reach your arms forward for a squat. Good. Toes can be ever so slightly turned out. Again, lifting your chest, pulling the belly in, and plug your shoulders back. And then we're going to sink the hips, and then you're going to drive into your heels, lift up 2 inches. Pulling your knees up to sink deeper, and drive to come up. 3. Good. 4. 5. 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 2, engaging your arms, 1, full squats, sinking your hips low, driving your arms back to stand. Maybe you even go deeper, watching that pelvis doesn't tilt. 3, squeezing your shoulders as you come up. 4, 5, good, 6, 7, 4 more. 3 more. 2, last one. Stay standing, hands behind your head. Hinge from your hips. Drive your hips forward to come up. Hinging from the hips, nice flat back, driving back up. So we're pausing when our spine is parallel to the floor. And notice I'm not bending the knees anymore. This is purely a hip hinge. Good. 5. Driving the hips forward. 4, squeezing your glutes to come upright. 3, 2, 1. Good. Hinging from the hips, hands come down. Walk your hands back forward all the way into a plank, shifting forward. Maybe your hands come a little bit wider, and then think push-ups. Elbows out, 45 degrees, core tight to come back up. Think about this being a whole body movement. 1 more. Downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, shifting forward. Maybe your knees come down. Push up. Downward facing dog. Shifting forward. Push up. Downward facing dog. Moving with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. 3 more. Inhale. Maybe you're on your knees. Maybe you're just holding your plank. Last one. We'll shift forward into our plank, and you're going to slowly lower all the way onto your belly. Good. Uncurl your toes. So you're going to bring your feet all the way together. Arms are going to come out to our side here. We're going to do an anchored bridge, or anchored back extension. So you're going to bend your knees, feet together. So you're going to keep your feet really flexed. You're going to press your heels up towards the ceiling. Separate your heels 1 inch as you pull the toes down. And I want you to tilt that pelvis. You're going to push your pubic bone into the floor to lengthen your low back. And then we're going to lift our arms and chest. And then you're going to pull your elbows down towards your hips to activate your lats. Notice if you lost the squeezing in of your knees, can you re-squeeze, push those heels up so they're hovering 1 inch? And then notice if your hands are higher than your elbows. Can you switch that? Can you get your elbows lower than your hands? Keep squeezing your knees. Deep breath in. Full exhale. 1 more deep breath. Squeeze your knees. Squeeze your lats. Squeeze your lower traps. Exhale, lower back down. Press your hands and knees. And downward facing dog, hips up and back. And little wiggle of your hips side to side. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And bring your feet together. Float your right leg up towards the ceiling as you inhale. Exhale, bring your knee towards your nose, round the upper back. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, knee towards your right tricep. Inhale, lift all the way up. Use your breath. Exhale to your left tricep, pausing when you're forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to right tricep. Inhale, stay here, lower the knee to the wrist. Exhale, right back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Maybe you're on your knees. Good. Maybe you're just holding. Maybe you're just extending here. Last one, and lift. Inhale, reach all the way up. Bend the knee, open the hip. Good, and breathe. Square your chest down. Good, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Straighten your leg, square off the hips, and set the foot back down. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, knee to left tricep, or knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to left tricep. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right tricep. Inhale, lift. Exhale to your left tricep, staying here. Inhale, lower to your wrist. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last one. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Reach all the way up. Bend your knee, open the hip. Exhale. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Straighten the leg, square off the hips. Set it down, lower onto your knees. We're going to do a modified side plank. I'm going to just turn around, but you're going to come onto your right side. You're going to place your elbow directly beneath your shoulder. Align your elbow, your hips, and your heels in a straight line. You're going to collapse into that rib cage, press into your forearm to lift the ribs away from the floor, engage through the lats, engage through the hip, and we're going to drive our hips forward and up, and then hips down and back. Keeping that pack of the lat, keeping those hips nice and open, keeping your spine straight and controlled. 4, 5, 6, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to go right onto our back. I'm going to just spin here. So on your back, knees in towards your chest, flex your feet. Good. And press down through your shoulders. Inhale, you're going to tap your right heel on the floor. Exhale, pull it up. Inhale, left heel and pull. Pressing your back into the floor, pulling the ribs down. No change in your pelvis. Maybe that leg extends forward. Good. Without changing your pelvis. So whatever works for your body. Good. Just turning on the belly. Getting into those hips ever so slightly. Good. A couple more. 1 more each. And other side for our modified side plank hip lifts. Elbow, hips, and feet in a straight line. Pack the shoulder. Drive your hips forward and up and down and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Good. You'll come back onto your hands and knees. Take your right foot out to the side, in line with the hip. Shift forward and back. Nice stretch through that right inner thigh, adductors, keeping a flat spine as we shift forward and back. Good. 1 more. And then we're going to take our right arm, reach underneath the rib cage, and reaching that arm, turning the thumb back to open the chest. Inhale, reach under. Exhale, reach up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, opening up the upper back. Last one, inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down. Take your left arm underneath. And exhale, hand stays in front of the shoulder this time. Inhale, just 3. Exhale, last one, inhale. And exhale, left hand comes down. Float your right leg up, take it back behind you. Just cross your foot on the opposite side. Good. And then you're going to let your knee come down. And we're going to walk your hands back to your hips. Good. Deep breath in. And then exhale, walking your hands forward. Good. Breathing here. Deep breath. Exhale. And then you're going to crawl your hands back forward. Take that right leg back up. We're going to kickstand that left foot out to the side. Right arm will come up. Modified side plank. Maybe that foot stays down. Good. Maybe your toes stay tucked under. You're gonna keep a really long spine. You're just gonna bring that right foot forward and then take the right leg back. Think about it coming from the hips. Bring it forward and slide it back. Last one, forward and slide it back. Good. With control, come back to your hands and knees. And then we'll take our left foot out to the side. Forward and back. 5 reps. 2, getting into those adductors. 3, 4, last one. 5, moving into T-spine rotation. Reach your left arm underneath and then open it up, exhale. 3, 4, 5. Good, left hand down, right arm goes underneath, hand stops in front of the shoulder for 3, reaching under, hips stay square. 2, let this be in the upper back, and 1. Good, hand will come down. You're gonna take that left leg back up behind you, and then you're gonna tap the foot outside, and then you're gonna walk your hands back. Sit up nice and tall, inhale, and then just walk your hands forward, exhale. Just a gentle, quick stretch, just breathing into the hips. Very quick. Inhale, walking it back up. Hands and knees. Take that left leg back up towards the ceiling, and then kickstanding that right foot off slightly. Open it up for a modified side plank. Good, opening up your chest, and then maybe that foot stays down, maybe it stays up. Maybe you bring that foot forward, and then sweep it back. Good, keeping that hip activated for 2, and back. Last one for 3, and back, and with control, come back onto your hands and knees. Big toes touching, knees wide. Go ahead and sink your hips back towards your heels for a child's pose. You can go ahead and take your forehead down to the mat, crawling the hands forward. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then round your spine, coming up to your hands and knees. And then cat-cow, inhale, chest forward. Exhale, press the ground away to round. And then starting from your tailbone, 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way to your upper spine. And then starting from your tailbone, making your way to the crown of the head for spinal flexion, and then spinal extension, tailbone like a wave all the way up. And then tailbone like a wave all the way up to your cervical spine. Good, flat back, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Good, deep breath in. And full breath out. And then taking your knees down, cross at your ankles. Go ahead and take a seat. Okay. And then you will slowly roll yourself down, 1 vertebrae at a time onto your back. Soles of the feet together, let your knees go wide, arms wide, whatever position feels great for them. And a couple deep breaths here. And deep breath in. Full breath out. Again, deep, full breath. And exhale. And if you have the ability to stay here for a few more rounds of breath, or maybe a few more minutes of breath, I recommend you do so. Otherwise, roll onto your side, gently pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall, and exhale. And taking a moment of gratitude before you start your day, or before you continue on with the rest of your day. Finding one thing to be grateful for in this very moment. And deep breath in. And full breath out. Good. Enjoy your day.